Straw Hut Media.
Alright, I'm looking at that camera. But yeah, this is like the first time I'm actually early.
Save for air.
Oh yeah, I got a good story.
Oh, I'm aware. Some of it.
Nice.
Vivaldi's Into Club. Interesting. Oh. I guess the film crew's here today. Seriously? Nobody told me. Fuck. Well, out of one of the shittiest days and the shittiest weeks and the shittiest fucking year, almost halfway done, I don't get paid enough to do this shit. Hey, you little poops. Definitely been a while. You may be wondering where Poops and the crew have been for, I don't know, when was the last one? 6 months? Fucking Christ. So yeah, last time was about 6 months ago. What happened? Did Poopies finally bounce to Fiji, never to be heard from again? Did he get carried away constructing Uncle Bucker's buttfucker dungeon? Or perhaps something else? We'll get back to that in about 2 entire episodes. In the meantime, here's his conversation with Dr. Drew Pinsky, or Dr. Drew for short. You know about him, right? Dr. Drew, the guy that's popped in on Teen Mom, several guest appearances on lots of shows, and hosted shows like Celebrity Rehab. Co-host of the show Loveline with Adam Carolla for over 20 years. Maybe others. But more on that soon with the sex and addiction treatment expert himself. But this might not be all about drugs, kinks, nipples, and dicks. So let's find out now.
Pink cloud.
You're on the pink cloud now?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Put your hands together for Poopies!
I was taking a poop and the cops rolled up.
Oh boy.
So mid poop, had to pinch it off.
The shittiest podcast in the world.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the shittiest podcast ever. It's been a while since I've produced or been on the podcast, but we have the legendary Dr. Drew Pinsky.
Privileged to be here. I've always wanted to be on the shittiest podcast. At least it's not the second shittiest. It is the first most shittiest podcast. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thanks for coming here. And,
you bet, of course.
And making time out of your day to
my
be
privilege.
with me.
I don't live too far from here. I live in Pasadena. So
right on.
You got Knoxville to come all over here. You certainly get me over here. No problem.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Actually, it was my first time being early.
You said that, and I was impressed. Is that for me, or is that accident?
That's not accident. It's just because I'm sober now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
How's that going?
Good. I'm like 33 or 34 days sober.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is Steve helping you?
Steve actually helped me. He got me a scholarship into a rehab.
Oh, good for you, man. I didn't know about all this. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's a big
I actually
deal.
finally wanted to get sober. Before I was just doing it to please people.
Yeah, I know you got to want to do it. You're wasting your time otherwise. But people do not, and I know, and people do not know that 30 days is a big deal. It's a big deal. So it's not easy to do this.
Yeah, they call it the pink cloud.
Pink cloud. Let's check the dictionary. My imaginary dictionary. As it turns out, only thing from Webster that comes up is cloud pink. Noun. A grayish, yellowish pink that is redder and slightly stronger than iris mauve. Isn't that from the painting show that puts everyone to sleep? Painting show that puts everyone to sleep. You mean Bob Ross? Writer. You mean Bob Ross? Let's revisit that in a little bit.
You're on the pink cloud now?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
It means that you feel so good to not be feeling the way you were feeling, and you're so hopeful because there is so much hope in the program and stuff. But in it, life is a certain thing, and there's always shitty days ahead, and people fall off of that pink cloud, and it's sort of surprising to them. They feel like they're going to be like this the rest of their life. But what I will tell you, the pink cloud is a peek at what's coming. You'll actually be happier than the pink cloud eventually.
That's good. Yeah, because I get my feelings are coming back, and
weird, isn't it?
My emotions are coming back. Right? Yeah.
Welcome.
It's like, the real world finally hit me. I'm like, oh shit. But AA, I've been doing AA a lot.
Good.
Yeah, I go to meetings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
It's good.
So
do you go Zoom or do you actually go?
No, I actually go.
Good for you, man. Do you have a sponsor yet?
Yeah, I got a sponsor.
Oh my dude, who's this guy?
Yeah. Shout out Clifton.
Okay,
He's
good.
my AA sponsor. He's an OG. He's been through it all, and
Yeah, you want to be with the winners, the people who know know what this is.
He's like, I shot up speed. I've done it all. Like, I was like, wow, dude, you got a story. But what you need to understand is that that's where you would go. It just goes. It's a progressive thing, right? And some people need to go there, right? Yeah,
hopefully you don't.
Yeah, I definitely have the disease.
It's a thing, right? It's a thing. It's a brain disorder.
I actually was like, no, I'm not an alcoholic, Of
course.
And that's the first step, admitting you're powerless, Well,
so. it's what happens in this first year, God willing, is that you'll have more and more light bulbs going off. Like, oh shit, was that too? Oh my God, I did that. It's like a lot of stuff will start occurring to you.
No, for real. Because my girlfriend Hannah, she was the one that like said I needed help. You better get some help or you're going to lose me. I didn't want to lose her.
Good.
She's an angel.
Listen, people don't, they can, but they don't typically just wake up one day and go, I got to get sober. It's usually the law, losses, people around them they care about. You lose your kids or your spouse, or you just lose things. It causes you to lose stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing about the disease is that it's a distortion of motivation. So the way your brain works is your brain thinks those things aren't as important as using. And that's, of course, a distortion. So,
yeah, it was definitely distorted.
Good job, Hannah. Well done.
Well,
and is early really an exceptional thing for him? Really a big deal. Okay, good.
Yeah. He knows.
Good. This is good.
Last time I showed up here, I stopped in the parking lot and then I ate some 7-Eleven hot dog before, and the drugs were really getting to me then. And then, I pretty much parked and called Ryan and said, hey, I can't do this podcast. I might throw up, or I was just like scared actually to come in here and do it. I was so messed up on drugs.
What's interesting watching you and listening to you, I can see in your eyes the pain, the admitting that and contending with that, how fucked up that is,
Yeah, actually, my producer, he didn't even know I was on drugs, and I just told him today, and he's like, oh my gosh.
This producer?
Yeah.
He's a lot better, right?
Well, I'm no producer. They sometimes pop in, maybe rage face a bit, but you have an expert right there, Poops.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And don't, let his recovery be his own journey. It's not any of yours. It's his. And he's got to do it the way he does it, whatever that's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, the 12 steps help a lot.
It's uncanny how helpful it
is.
And the fellowship and the community and all that.
Yeah, I have a home group meeting, meeting that I go to.
Where do you live, if you don't mind?
I'm in Huntington Beach right now.
So do you do home meetings out there in Orange County?
Yeah, like in Newport Beach.
Oh yeah, Newport has a huge recovery community.
Yeah,
huge,
it's called
huge.
Fish Out of Water.
Oh yeah. So is that at Hogue? Is that held at Hogue or a church or something? Or
no, it's just up in this room.
Okay.
Yeah, up in this room where they all.
Newport has got lots of sobriety, lots of good sobriety there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like there's some people in there that have I listen to them. I'm like, whoa, I wasn't even that bad, But I just take.
But
their
you gotta
story.
know, you gotta look for the similarities, not the differences.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what I can tell you, as somebody who works with this thing a lot, you would have gone there. You still may need to go there. I don't know.
Sure.
I hope not.
No,
because it's very dangerous.
Yeah,
and very painful.
I definitely have cravings, and I just gotta really work on those.
So let me talk to you about cravings. Mm-hmm. So is this what you wanted to talk about today? Okay,
sure.
So because I can talk about this all day.
Perfect.
So cravings. A lot is made of cravings in my world, in medicine. I actually think cravings are a good thing, because it's your disease letting you know it's right there.
Yeah,
it's alive and well.
That is so true.
And you better do something, or else those cravings are going to take over. The people that I worry about are the ones that have no cravings and feel like they have their shit together, because of course they don't. Mm-hmm. And so that's a distortion. And to be humble and craving and a little bit in pain, that's where you should be right now.
Yeah,
that's where you should be.
Because I had a couple tests. Our recovery program, they took us to the Ducks game. And that was the first time I've ever been to a sporting event.
Without a beer.
Yep. Bro, it was talking to me. It grew eyes and started talking to me. I was like, no, don't do it.
Did you have a good time anyway?
Yeah, I had a good time.
What? Shocking.
Yeah, and I freaking had my self-control kicked in, and I didn't freaking drink. I had a soda and a pizza.
Good. And the mechanism is to talk about it with your sober peers. People that have had sobriety. Because if you talk about it with people that have not had much sobriety, you'll go out together. You'll take each other out.
Can't do that. So, like I'm in it 100%, you know. Yeah. Thank God Steve-O helped me out and got me into a good program, and he is the man, dude.
He is the man.
He's
that dude was way down the road, and I used to talk to him about it. There's a couple of famous appearances on Adam Carolla's old talk show on Comedy Central where he broke a glass table and pushed Adam over. So you ever seen that video?
No,
oh, it was live. It was on, I think it was live even.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, dude, you know, when you're ready, and he goes, hey man, age guy, you know how he'd see him talk. Dude, and he said, when I'm ready, I will do it. And I go, you don't have to keep talking to me about this, because when I know I'm ready, I'm going to go all the way to the mat. And I was like, whatever. You know? Okay, sure you will.
Crazy guy.
And that dude, when it came time, went just brilliant, just so into it, and never looked back.
Wow. Yeah.
So he had to take it all the way there.
Yeah, he's such an inspiration for me, because he told me, like, I was in San Clemente and I went to this meeting because I did a self detox for 10 days.
Oh boy.
And then I freaking relapsed on New Year's.
Sure.
Yeah. And then then I was just like, I need help.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Steve-O. I went to this AA meeting at Ryan Sheckler's in San Clemente. And that was the night I freaking decided that I wanted it. You know?
Good. It's good.
And yeah, they're all super stoked. They'll go, see you in 90 days. I go, I only wanted 30 days. But it's such a blessing in disguise, because I got this opportunity and I just want to take so much advantage of it. Yeah. And I'm learning so much with the book.
So you're a super emotional dude. And I see also the joy in your eyes at the recovery part. I see the pain.
I could cry right now.
I see the pain and misery. He's super emotional, right? This guy's got emotions like, and I love that. I like that. Thanks. But I see the joy in the recovery, and I see the pain and misery that the disease caused you.
Yeah, it was hard, you know, like, it was just like, I was rock bottom, and I was like, this is like, I need help, you know? And it's like, I got the help that I needed. And it's like,
where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Carlsbad.
So not far from.
Yeah. I was at the surf shop, like skipping school. I'd wait for, my dad would drop me off. I'd wait for him to leave, and I'd ride my beach cruiser back down the hill to the beach. And then I went to the surf shop because I was like,
and the weed.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, the weed. We were smoking bong rips out of this little plastic freaking water bottle underneath the mini ramp.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
At that time,
I was like 16, 15. Yeah, 15 to 16 years old. Yeah. The best times, you know, because me and my friends were like, we got to get stoned before we surf. It was like a mission to get our little nug before we go surf. Like, we wouldn't go surf without it.
Of course.
And then that's just what I did my whole life. I worked up in Humboldt on the weed farms. I was a trimmer.
Oh boy.
So I would go there.
My daughter's a year recovering from weed.
Oh wow.
She got way down the road with it and destroyed her life. And,
yeah.
You know.
I mean, I just was so lazy, and then just not even interest in any type of work.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I became a trimmer so I could smoke weed and fucking just fuck off all day, you know?
Yeah.
And then you make maybe $150 a day. Then you got to go grocery shopping and all this stuff. But yeah, and then I'd try to save my money. I'd have $3,000, and October would come around, and my goal was to be in Hawaii before my birthday, and my birthday is October 21st. So I would fly out right before my birthday, get to Hawaii, and before you know it, I'm broke in Hawaii.
Because you spent so much on weed?
Yep. And the food there's expensive, living's expensive, and then I'd have to find a job there.
Wow.
And it was pretty much just I remember this one job I had. It was this local guy who had this big property, and he just made us do all the hardest work ever. So I was out there freaking cutting down cane grass, pulling up shit from the ground, and just crazy jobs. But
good for you for surviving and being industrious.
It definitely made me stronger, as a human, definitely. But yeah,
do you ever contemplate going back to school or anything like that?
So school, no, I wasn't the best at school because
you were high all the time. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, and
maybe
then,
you would have been.
Yeah, so I got in trouble my junior year. And my dad's like, you need to go back to your mom's in Missouri.
What was your mom doing in Missouri?
My mom remarried when I was in 3rd grade, and my stepdad's family lived there.
It's just so wild to go from Carlsbad to Missouri.
Well, I was before Carlsbad, it was Missouri. And then before Missouri was Riverside.
Oh,
So I was born in Redlands Hospital.
wow.
So my mom remarried. We ended up moving out to Missouri to my stepdad's mom and dad's house. Well, it wasn't a house, it was a trailer. So there's like 5 of us in the trailer, me, my brother, my little brother. And then they finally like found jobs, and like I was so proud of my mom though. We moved into a house finally. But I remember we moved into a farmhouse, and it was $400 a month.
Wow.
And I remember my stepdad, which he's my dad. He pretty much raised me, and back and forth with my real dad. But yeah, I remember they were arguing over the rent, and it was $400. And at the time, I was so little, I didn't even like notice. You know, I didn't realize like it was a struggle for him.
Of course.
But it was fun, like growing up on the farm. Like I had this big barn, and I'd climb the silo and see how high I could get. And my mom would be like, "Get down from there." I'm like, "Look, Mom, I'm at the top." You know, she's like having a heart attack.
Destined for jackass.
Yeah. And then we had this chicken coop that was all rusted out, and I'd run on top of the chicken coop and try not to fall through. Yeah. And then, I was just a maniac. I was a maniac. I remember I got diagnosed with ADHD when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah. And so the maniac and the ADHD, those are all markers for the addictive biology. Yeah, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah, once I found the bad drugs.
Well, I was going to say also kids that have ADHD find weed especially helpful.
Yeah, it was. I'd be so like, just like, I don't know, just so like, so much energy, and then I'd smoke weed and I'd just feel like calm again, you know?
Yeah.
So I was always like trying to find that calmness.
Wow, looks like we've covered a lot of ground. When we get back, we'll continue our shitty conversation on how Poops got his name and became part of the team alongside Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Welcome back. Maybe you want to hear about Poopies' literal shitty origin story. Maybe not, but that's your call. More on that right now.
How'd you get with these guys, with the Johnny and Steve-O, and how'd you come?
Oh yeah, that's a funny story. So my friends in Carlsbad, they're pro surfers, Ricky Whitlock and Adam Knox. It's right when Laguna Beach came out, the reality TV show.
Right.
So they knew a couple producers, and they were filming a sizzle in Carlsbad at the surf shop for it.
Got it.
And the producers asked them, "You got any like crazy friends that'll do any stunts or anything?" And I remember getting the phone call like, "Poopies, come over to the shop." Like they told me something. So I ran over, met them at the beach that I grew up at. And before you know it, I'm like sending it down this like moving cart down this hill. And and one of the producers was Trip Taylor.
Oh my gosh. How funny.
So I met him when I was like 16.
So there you go. So they groom you.
Yeah. My friend.
Where did the name Poopy come from?
So Poopies is a funny story. It's kind of a full circle.
I hope I'm not okay. Because please. Let's go.
It's kind of a full circle.
I'm guessing what it has to do with. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, there's definitely poop involved. So we were watching Jackass when it first came out.
The TV show or the movie?
The TV show on MTV. Yeah, every Friday night.
And how old are you?
I was like
15 or something?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
15, 16.
And you were in Carlsbad by that point?
I was in Carlsbad, became the surf rat.
Okay.
And my friends were like, thought it was funny, but I thought it was like really funny. Like I was more into it than my friends. And that night, you know, when you're at like a friend's house having a sleepover, I got all excited. I was like, I want to do something stupid tomorrow. So that day came, the next day came, and I totally like forgot I said that. And then my friends were like, "You said you're going to do something stupid today." And I was like, "Oh shit." And like at that time, it was morning time, I had a poop. So my friend goes, "Oh dude, you should go out in the intersection and take a poop in the intersection." So I went out there, I went through my friend's closet, found a gorilla mask from last year's Halloween, put on the gorilla mask, put on the gloves, and I went into the intersection. I took a poop in the intersection.
That'll do it.
Not the Peter Parker spider bite story we were looking for, but we'll take it.
Yeah, but it was so funny because I was so nervous before that I went out to the intersection. We were on the sidewalk for like 10 minutes and the neighbors called the cops.
Because you were loitering.
Yeah, they knew
in a
something
gorilla
was
outfit?
up. Mhm.
Okay.
With like 5 of my friends. So there's like 6 kids out there waiting on the corner.
Oh, Jesus.
Like they know something's up. So
Although these days, shitting in the middle of the street's not so unusual. It's, go downtown, you see it all over the place.
I saw some guy taking a shit at the pier today.
Right.
Like they told him to get the freak out of there. But yeah, so I went out into the street. I was taking a poop and the cops rolled up.
Oh boy.
So mid poop, had to pinch it off. I freaking tried to like hide my mask and gloves. My friends like hopped this fence and got away. And I was stuck there, dude. I was stuck. They got me. So that was the first time I've ever been arrested.
Oh, what was the public indecency or something?
Yeah. Indecent exposure and some other things. But
back before that was commonplace and cool.
yeah. So, so I remember I was in the back of the cop car, and then my friends went back to my friend Charlie Stevens' house, grabbed the beach cruisers, and ride by me in the beach cruisers while I'm in the cop car. And they're all laughing. Oh, Poopies got arrested. They're all laughing. And then the next day at school, that's when it really happened. That's when it really hit me. They're like, this kid pooped in the street, and like no one thought it was funny, So then it turned into I shit my pants. You know how those rumors start in school.
Of course.
So
it's playing telephone. It's like it's distorted.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, this is the kid. He shit his pants, And then my friends like didn't mean for it to stick.
Yeah.
But it stuck. And every time I got called Poopies, they would laugh. So
and here we are 20 years later.
Yeah. Seriously.
It just occurred to me. Do you guys know Chad Goes Deep? You
No.
look that up online. And you need to interview those two guys.
Okay.
They are your doppelgangers.
Okay. Yes. I love that.
And they rage and they are into surfing and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Surfing.
They go to the city council meetings.
Oh, I seen those kids.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll get you in touch.
I
with
know.
them.
I actually watched that video the other day. My friend put it on.
Where they tan their taint and things like that.
Yeah. They're like they like describe the surfboards to the judge and the jury. Yeah. The city council. I would love to do that with them one day.
Yes, they'd be perfect for your podcast.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We need to get them on. But yeah, so that's how I got my nickname. And yeah, ever since then. And then I tried to go to Hawaii to get rid of it.
The nickname.
Yeah, and it followed me there.
You were ashamed of it?
I hated it.
Oh, you know, people laughed a lot with it. It was sort of sort of making fun of you, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely making fun of me.
That's a lot for a 15-year-old kid to handle,
yeah,
too.
My friends were dicks, man.
Oh, guess it is about dicks after all.
Like I would have to fight every one of my friends or like
my
move
friends
away.
were dick is pretty much our dicks pretty much what every 15-year-old male can say.
Definitely.
Right? All of our friends were dicks.
I think it's normal. Yeah.
It's normal.
But I was really the really one that like
you were the brunt of the joke.
Yep. And I remember, dude, it never went away. And I tried to go to Hawaii and I was like, yeah, I got rid of my nickname. Like I'm introducing myself as Sean now. And then one of my friends flew over for a surf contest and he goes, no, his name's Poopies. Like, do not call him Sean. His name's Poopies. And they're like, what? And then like next thing you know, everyone's calling me Poopies in Hawaii.
You lean into it at some point?
Yeah, I had to accept it. Yeah. Like acceptance. We talk a lot about that in AA.
Being Poopies is part of the process of accepting.
Yeah, so that was fun.
But I like that. It's one of your steps is accepting poopiness.
Yeah. I actually shared at the AA meeting like my story about acceptance and how to accept my nickname Poopies.
How'd that go over?
They were laughing.
I bet.
They were laughing. They loved it. But yeah, it's been a journey for old Pooh here. But there's a Poopies and there's a Sean. You know what I mean? So now
it'd be great to integrate the two. You know? That's sort of part of the recovery process is bringing all those parts of yourself that are sort of fragmented, bringing them together in some way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that.
You can indulge one or the other, right? But you need to be able to be whole at some point.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Because people won't even I won't even respond to Sean. They're calling me Sean, but I'm not. It's so brainwashed in my brain that my name's Poopies that I don't even hear Sean. So people be like Sean, but now it's like getting a little better where people are calling me Sean.
They should call you Sean at the meetings.
They try to. I say hi, I'm Sean. I'm an alcoholic. They go Poopies.
Oh, well, that's good. That's bringing it all together, right?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm very blessed to be where I'm at now. I'm blessed for my friends.
We make an effort it's interesting. A lot of people in various stages of addiction and people in media, especially that have addiction, always have some sort of name that's not their own. It's weird. It's how crazy how often that is, and it's just routine,
right?
And
the character.
And people use that as kind of being a character, so they become like a cartoon to other people. But that's not a great. It's not a great place to be, because then they'll treat you like a cartoon too.
Exactly. You don't get the respect you really deserve.
Right,
you know?
and you can own that cartoon part of yourself. But so we always make a big effort to call people by their name.
Yeah,
and it cuts through a little bit. It kind of cuts through some of the bullshit.
Yeah, it does, because that is my name. You know, it's my birth certificate name. That's when my mom gave me that name. But
no, and you were Sean before you were Poopies. You know, and Poopies is a piece of Sean. But if you push that out there as all that you are, that's a defense. Now you're defending against,
for sure.
You know,
because I'm always afraid of like them saying, "Oh, Poopies, his name's Poopies because he's a piece of shit," you know. And I want to be the best man I can, you know. And like, I have such a big heart, and I love helping people, and like I care a lot.
You'll have plenty of opportunities for that in sobriety.
Cool. Yeah, that's. I've already been helping a couple kids in the house.
Good.
This kid's like 18, and he's in the house, and he's so lost. And I'm hard. Like the oldest one. I'm 36, and they're all like 18 through 25 that I live with. 5 other individuals.
It's you'll see that when they're younger, they tend to kind of.
It's like, dude, do your chores, bro. It's so easy.
They struggle.
They do, struggle. And it's just like so elementary stuff. Like, oh, he didn't do his chores, or like they just, I don't know. They're lazy. They're used to their parents doing all their stuff for them.
No, you bring up a really interesting topic. I've been thinking more lately about the fact that younger people with addiction today need some kind of almost boot campy style experience with the usual things, like something that really asks. I see. Because we're in a time right now when we don't ask anything of people with addiction or mental illness. We don't ask anything.
Yeah, I see.
And you have to ask them to start to do stuff so they can regain their life.
For sure. But
you make your bed, do the chores, do these things, and just do them. And why? Because it's good for you. You have to be able to do that.
I actually have a routine now, and I have better hygiene. I'm like brushing my teeth at night, in the morning, and I'm like making my lunch. I haven't made a lunch in who knows how long.
So for anybody listening, that might seem like, what, huh? But no, that's how it goes. Like being able to is your license up to date and things like that. You got to get back in living.
Yeah, luckily I got a good lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's been taking care of all of my tickets, because I had a motorcycle and I was going like 110 on the freeway on a death wish, on drugs, and I'd get pulled over. And I had no motorcycle license, no registration for the bike, no insurance, and I wouldn't even have my driver's license on me. So there's four.
Did they haul you in with that?
No, luckily my lawyer knows the judge.
But they didn't. When you were stopped, they didn't just go, just get in the car.
No,
they didn't take you in.
No, luckily they would. Luckily they didn't. They would either like tell me to call a friend to come pick you up, or they'd tow my bike and say, "Get a ride home."
Wow.
So I'd have to Uber home a lot. But yeah, I remember.
A lot? How many times did you do this?
Bro, I had 3 motorcycles. They all got towed.
Dude, you are so lucky to be alive.
I know. I'd be going through the big diesel things and the cars right there, and I'd be like, boom, just like this much of a gap. And I'd be like, boom, boom, boom.
I see those guys blow past me on the various freeways out there.
Yeah.
And I always think, oh shit, this guy's going to be dead soon. I feel so bad for him. I don't care, do what you're going to do, but this is beyond dangerous.
Yeah, it was too. And I had no idea like how to ride a motorcycle, but it's like
clearly you did.
It's clear. Yes, I found my gift.
But you know how to ride it.
No, somehow, because I've always seen those guys, and I was like, I want to do that one day, and I finally got the chance to, and it was like a big adrenaline rush ever.
Yeah, you're gonna need some kind of outlet.
So surfing's my outlet now.
Okay, good.
So surfing, good. I put the motorcycle away. It's still in the tow yard.
You good surfer?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I don't like to
No, but I mean
claim stuff, but.
I was a little bit of a beach kid when I was young too.
Yeah,
so I know it.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Pasadena, but I spent a lot of time in Laguna and Newport. A lot of time when I was younger down there.
Sick. I love Laguna.
Me too. Love it.
Yeah.
And I actually guarded a beach down there for a couple summers.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was the best job
ever. Did you have
ever.
to save anyone?
Oh, constantly. It was a breaking beach.
All the shore break too with all the tourists?
We weren't exclusively shore. We had serious break at this beach, and And I could tell when people walked onto the sand who I was going to have to save.
Oh,
You
for
just,
sure.
you just know immediately the tourist comes in and you're like, okay,
Definitely. They're trying to get their selfie down
you
there.
just,
But
there was no selfie back then, but they would just walk in. I'll
they
walk
get
down
sucked out.
immediately and then get in the rip and here we go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You're a lifeguard. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
It was the best job I ever had by far.
Yeah. You get to go hang out at the beach all day.
And I was very skilled in the water, like very skilled.
Yeah,
in the water.
you have to be.
Yeah. And now I'm like, how did I do that? I can't do it at all.
Oh, you could still do it. Still.
Well, I went.
It's like riding a bike, kind of.
No, I got shoulders and I can't hold my breath as long and things like that.
The breath hold, yeah, definitely.
And I could just handle anything. Whether diving off a cliff into how big. I didn't care how big the surf was. In fact, I liked it bigger.
Yeah, same.
And I just recently did a reality show called Special Forces.
I've been seeing that.
Yeah, so I was in that. group.
I seen you. I was checking out your Instagram.
And whenever they threw us in the Red Sea or in the water, I'm like, God, thank you, because I'm fine in the water.
Yeah.
But when I was in the sand, it was like shit.
No, that's an awesome show. I watched the trailer. It just got picked up. Yeah. Or you guys just aired it?
It just aired. It's got 2 more episodes to go. And I don't know if they're going to do another season. So I got very sick out there in the dead. The heat got me.
Really?
The heat got me, yeah.
And it's on Fox?
It's on Fox at 9:00 on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Do watch it, but the Jackass world will love this shit.
I want to watch it. Yeah, I was seeing clips on your Instagram. I'm like, whoa, this is pretty gnarly.
It's beyond gnarly. When we were doing it, I was thinking,
gnarly.
I was into it. I liked it.
Yeah.
And during it, I was thinking, oh my God, this is the best television. No one's ever recorded television like this, A. And B, I kept thinking, I don't think they can do this again. It's too dangerous.
So you're the doctor for
No, I was one of the recruits.
You were?
I was training in there.
So you're the celeb recruit.
Yeah.
Awesome,
yeah,
dude.
It didn't go so well for me, but I got very close with the 15 other people, and we're all dear friends now.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's as they kept telling us, you're going to be bonded through pain, and we were.
Awesome.
You get really bonded up
right?
with people.
Oh, for sure.
Through that stuff.
Were they all sober in there too?
Is everybody sober? If we could not have been, nobody had the, let me think. I don't think anybody had addictive stuff. And
That's
you certainly
good.
couldn't have recently been using and get through this thing.
Yeah,
you
for
can't have
sure.
done it.
You'd die.
You would die.
Because I seen the English dude like talking. He's like, once they come into those walls, they're in my
They
town.
belong to us.
Yeah.
And if you die, it's just nature's way of saying you failed.
That guy's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, they're all gnarly.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
Well, I don't last too long, so don't. If it's the first episode, you sort of see about all I'm going to do. But I jumped out of a helicopter backwards into
That's
the Red
pretty
Sea.
gnarly.
It was very gnarly.
Damn. Yeah, I got towed by a helicopter with my water skis one time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, in the Key West.
Going way faster than you imagine. I imagine.
Yeah, it was pretty cool too because they bring me up and then drop me back down. I was
so
like,
you had a. Wait a minute. Did you have a what do you call it? A wind sail on or something?
No.
You were just straight up and down.
Straight up holding on to the
that's
thing.
hard.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I'd put my toes up and then go land and I'd be like, yeah. And then they'd pull me up again. I felt like a superhero.
Oh, no skis? You do it just
water skis.
You with water skis. Okay. All right.
I felt like a superhero. It was
I
awesome.
bet. Yeah. Well, I'm not a young man anymore. So
I know. I got to get it in while I'm still young. I'm still trying to do it all while I'm still young and still
that's good.
Not in a wheelchair yet. So that's good.
Yeah, don't get yourself in a wheelchair.
No, I won't.
Try to use your judgment now. Not going 110 on the 110.
Yeah, I was really scared on the motorcycle.
Which freeways did you go that fast on?
I was going from San Diego to LA.
405 or 5?
The 5
you
through
do
Camp
that on
Pendleton.
Oh, down there.
Yeah.
But when you get up here, it's all narrow.
Oh, I'd get up here too.
Oh.
And I'd be like going through traffic. It's like stop traffic going like 30. And I was like, hopefully they don't pull out in front of me.
It is we sound like an episode of the Californians now from SNL. Thank you for laughing at this. but it really, we change lanes a lot on the freeways here in California. And my nightmare is that I'm going to pull into one of you guys. Cause you check back, you look down the lane. I try to do that. I try to signal. I try to look for those guys, but they come fast sometimes.
Yeah. So what I did was I take my muffler off. So it's super loud.
Oh,
and I'd rev it. So you
we
could
call it
kind of hear
splitting the lanes for those of you that aren't from
splitting the
California.
lanes. Yeah. So I was splitting the lanes a lot. Even when I shouldn't be. I was like, oh, look at this. Look at this gap.
Well, I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
now,
I'm done with that.
Thank
I'm
you.
done with that.
Thank you. See, we got something here, right? It's progress.
What about in Vegas when you had that trailer van thing? You scared the shit out of me when we were. Do you remember how you were driving that giant?
Oh, the Sprinter van?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
were pulling a trailer?
No, I just had a Sprinter van, a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Oh, yeah?
Someone loaned it to me. I don't know.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, dude. So I was like, here's my debit card. Here's the deposit. They're like, okay, you're good to go. I was like, what? I got it. But yeah, they let me take it to Vegas. And that thing goes fast.
Yeah. They're like 5,000 pounds, too.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. I thought they was going to tip at this one moment. Yeah, I put the producer and Ryan in the van and
Remind me not to get in a car with him.
well, now I'm good. I came here.
Just saying.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's let time pass.
Yeah, this is my first time actually driving again. After that. Yeah.
I Ubered back home.
Oh yeah, you Ubered back home. Yeah, he Ubered back home. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So that's another thing.
When you get to the amends step, you can talk to him
yeah,
about
exactly.
it.
What's that? Step 8?
8 or
Or
9?
nine, yeah.
8. It's 8.
It's
And
gonna be a
let
long
me teach you a little
list.
something about that. Don't be in a hurry to do that because early on it's hard to. It's really not just an apology; it's also cleaning up your mess. So whatever you have to clean up your side of the street, whatever you've caused.
Yeah.
Provided you don't hurt somebody else or hurt yourself.
I see.
You got to make things good. You got to make things right
I
and
see.
apologize, of course.
Yeah, it's gonna be a list for sure. Definitely. There's a lot that I
Yeah.
That
Well, is
I-
it right now? No. So you're such an emotional guy. It's incredible. Good for you. But I see the guilt and shame you're sinking into
Yeah.
already. That has no business here right now.
Okay.
The guilt and shame. Stop it. That's
Okay.
your illness. It makes you do shit you wouldn't otherwise do.
yeah, for sure.
Stop it. The
Okay.
guilt and shame. Your disease will hear that and want to take you out.
Right?
So it has no use here. Okay?
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. It works on everything.
Yeah.
Everything good and everything bad in your brain. Your disease will take advantage of.
Yeah, because they said don't be the pity party.
Don't get in the pity party. And
Yeah.
but part of that is just to keep you going and get out of that shit so you don't sink into it. But also your disease will use it as justification for
Right.
going back out.
Yeah, that thing is gnarly. So I'm trying to build this foundation, get my rebar. It's like building a house, my sponsor said.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Takes
building a
time.
house.
Brains heal slow.
Yeah.
Take your time. Slow briety, we call that.
Yeah,
Slow
because
briety.
I remember I got diagnosed when I was in kindergarten. I was taking 9 Ritalin a day.
So, people worry about, you certainly have ADHD, there's no doubt about that. But
Can't stop moving. No, I'm joking.
But that's an asset, right? It's not strictly a liability,
Yeah.
right? We medicate it a lot. We pathologize it a lot. But, in your 30s, man, this is an asset. You got energy. You can do
Yeah.
stuff. Good for you. But don't worry that the medication somehow hurts you in some way.
Yeah, no, for
under
sure.
the age of 18, so the adolescent and a child brain is actually different than an adult brain.
Okay.
I don't like adults taking the ADHD treatment
Okay,
because
yeah.
it's not good for you if you have addiction.
I was worried about that because I would always tell people, I've been taking Ritalin when I was kindergarten,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that didn't really affect
It really
the
does.
brain.
And I've looked at that. When that
Okay.
first started happening, I thought, oh my God, we're fucking these kids up so
Wow,
much.
that's good to know.
And I've looked at that literature very carefully and it's fine.
That's awesome.
But it's not fine when you're 22. It'll just poof, off
yeah.
you'll go.
Yeah, I stopped when I was in 4th grade.
Good.
Because it would make me a zombie.
And
so.
there are things you can do if things get bad. Now there's something called clonidine or Intuitive and things like that you can take that are safe for ADHD. But
I see.
But I just rather you learn to manage it and use your assets accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have been doing it. So I've been so proud of myself.
You should be.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's
I
crazy.
want to emphasize this for people. It is really hard. You don't know unless you've been where he's been how hard it is.
Yeah, it's
There's
crazy.
so much biology and stuff stacked against staying sober. It's just everything stacked against you. You got to fight your way into it.
Yeah. And I can do stuff without struggling with it now. Before it was such a struggle just to do anything. And then
When you were using.
Yeah, when
Oh,
I was
yeah,
using.
sure.
So like it would take me an hour for a shower or like something. Then I'd be late. I was always late. And I'd be rushing in traffic, almost killing myself with my truck. I totaled my truck, nodded off, fucking ran into the wall, kicked it open like Terminator, took my e-bike out of the back, rode my e-bike off the freeway, left that at the hotel, lost my e-bike sponsor. Yeah, called an Uber, went home. Yeah, it was crazy. And then I thought like, oh, it's fine. I just told them my truck, you know, like everyone told us their truck, you know, but no.
Yeah. So let me be clear to your audience. We're not going to take Poopies away from you. He's not going to be not Poopies because he's sober. He's going to be a not dead Poopies for one thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to be able to use all that's still him in ways that are, you know, serve him and are focused. And you'll still do all that shit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
No,
but you won't
I
do it
feel-
in such a way that you die.
Yeah, it was so weird because like now I feel like myself again, you know? I actually do feel like myself.
Hey man, if they do that special forces again, you'd be
Wow,
a
let's
setup
go.
for it. You'd be awesome in
I'll
that.
jump out of helicopters any day.
Yeah, you'd be really good in that.
I'll be stoked. Yeah, I actually got hopefully a TV show coming out called What Not to Do. Yeah, it's like all these survival situations, and I have Tori Mercelli
I'm not sure I know who
from
that is.
Mythbusters.
Oh yes, of course.
yeah, Tori,
yeah.
and it's me and him.
It's great.
So he's going to explain what you should do in the situation. Then I come in and I show you what not to do in the situation.
It's good.
So yeah, I can't wait for that to
That's
happen.
great.
So yeah,
It's a good idea.
that's what I've been working on.
But then
lately.
again, there's that Eunice that's focused, contained,
Yeah.
deployed.
Yeah, it's so awesome because like everything's like, I don't know, just like everything's working out. Like every day gets better.
Well, that's the miracle of sobriety, right?
Mhm.
And you're on the pink cloud now. It's not always going to be like this.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take that away from you, but it might be away for a while.
Oh, looks like Urban Dictionary came through with a definition. Pink cloud, 12-step recovery jargon referring to someone new who talks about how great life is now that they're sober, usually meaning that the person is out of touch with reality. Well, don't rag on Poops that bad, but this does have 69 downloads. Nice.
But life has struggles. The shit will come.
Yeah, it's crazy
And you'll
because
be in a much better position to handle it. And by the way, the shit becomes part of the richness of living rather than just the shit.
yeah, right.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm the captain of my own ship. So I definitely got to listen.
And
to
you know what's
my
nice about
peers
your situation, I think, is you are such an you had such a big heart, as you say. You are such an emotional person that will provide constant richness and guidance for you if you listen to it, if you can
Okay.
hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I definitely
It's-
hear it. Definitely.
Yeah, and you got to hear also the little voice that says, "Don't do that," or maybe that's not good for you.
Oh
Just
yeah,
listen to that.
I
also,
do. That's
Yeah.
my freaking gut telling me. You know.
it's your gut. It's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. So you got your heart and your gut, and you're hooked up to it now.
Mm-hmm.
People don't appreciate how much this stuff is part of our experience,
Right.
and who we are. And
Yeah,
it
I should
absolutely
listen.
is.
I should have listened to my gut from fucking day one.
Yeah, but when you're using, you can't.
Yeah,
And your gut
he
is,
was
and
not
your
there.
and your disease will take over all that. Takes it over and goes, "Hey, your gut's telling you to use. Go use."
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I thought nothing was wrong with me, you know, and I hit it so well too. And then finally, it just like everything just fell apart. My friends started avoiding me. Like I wasn't surfing. I was just freaking. I ended up living in a U-Haul.
You need to look at all that and be hopeful that that's all you have to do.
Yeah,
Like that
definitely.
you-
I'm
that's
lucky I'm
enough.
not dead or in jail.
Right.
Definitely.
Like that's hopefully enough for you.
Yeah, it was enough. That was enough for me. Like I was like, okay, I've had my fun. Time to get to the real world.
You'll still have fun. You'll have more fun. How was
For
that?
sure.
How
I
was that
have-
Ducks game?
Yeah, I have been having more fun actually. That I'm sober.
You can
like-
actually experience it.
Yeah, exactly. Like today, I was driving through the 405, and I seen the city of LA,
And you
and
felt
I
it.
actually
Yeah.
admired it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Look
like,
at that.
whoa! I didn't just fly by it and go fuck off, you know.
yeah.
I was
And-
like, wow, that's a beautiful city.
And how's your sleep?
It's been great.
Are you having any using dreams?
No,
You will.
I
You
haven't.
will. You will.
I had
And don't be afraid of those. Those are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a dream last night that I don't know where I was. I must have been in London or something. And I was with my friends from Hawaii and they had a paintball gun and I was running from them and they're trying to shoot me with the paintball gun. And they finally found me and just lit me up with the paintball gun. And I woke up and it was dawn and I go, oh, I got to go surfing. So yeah, it's
You
been,
can still
my
go
sleep has
paintball.
been
You can still go
good.
do all that stuff.
Yeah. It was kind of cool. I was like hiding like under people and stuff. And I don't know how they weren't getting shot, but I was getting shot at. It was weird.
Getting chased.
Yeah, I was getting chased. Yeah, it was cool. And then I like tried to hide and they found me. I was like, I opened this one cabinet up and it was like full of dishes or something. and I couldn't hide it. And then here they come, boom. It was a very real dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
The dreams tend to be very vivid at this stage of the game.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
it can be upsetting too. They can be troubling, but it's all good. It's all working through. It's all reminding you of things.
Yeah, I've been actually going to bed at like 9:30, 10.
It's sort of dreams become almost rehearsals at this stage of the game.
Trippy.
Yeah. Like you'll find out, what does it feel like if I use, because your dreams will take you there.
Right?
And it doesn't feel so good.
No. I just have this one memory that I think about. I'll tell you after the podcast, but it's really bad.
Why after?
Okay, I'll say it.
Looks like we've unpacked a lot. From Poopy's origin to how he used to be that asshole. That asshole. Revving their shit up at 2 a.m. down the freeway? Come on, Poops. When we're back from another break, we'll talk about how Poops got down bad and finally got on his turnaround. But first... Welcome back, Lil Poops. Now, let's flip the script a bit and get into what makes this the shittiest podcast a special episode.
Yeah, so at the very end of it all, of the whole using, I was in Santa Ana. Somehow I let this guy take my U-Haul. Well, I didn't really let him. I gave him the keys to go sleep in because I modified it. Had a bed, a couch and everything. Had like a propane tank with a torch thing was my heater and light. And I let him like get the keys because I was at my friend's house and he was like, I'm not hanging out anymore. Like, I'm going to go to bed. Okay, I would go to bed. And then in the morning time, my friend had to go to work and the U-Haul was gone.
It's your home.
That was my home. My home was gone. So I had my dog and just me. And I was like trying to call him. He wasn't answering. I couldn't get a hold of him. I thought he stole my U-Haul. So I called the cops, report it stolen. And they go, dude, you gave him the keys.
Oh, wow.
That's not a stolen vehicle.
Wow.
So they couldn't do anything.
Oof.
And they go, here's a homeless shelter number. So they gave me a homeless shelter number. And then I remember that day I was freaking at the gas station and I didn't have a phone charger and I didn't have any money because my phone was dead. I only had digital wallet. So I had to get my phone charged to get money to freaking get us water or beer. First thought was beer.
Of course.
Alcohol. I need alcohol.
Of course.
So I remember bumming change at the gas station and my apparatus fell out of my pocket and broke. And I was like, that's a sign. That is the sign to stop. You need help. So my apparatus.
Was that your bottom right there?
Yeah.
That was
Santa Ana.
So you had some clarity right then.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was like, oh my gosh, my apparatus just broke. Like, I have no money and I'm still begging for money. So I have that memory of me begging for money at the gas station.
It is interesting how addiction takes you to homelessness every time.
Yeah,
it
dude,
always
so
goes
quick.
to homelessness. Yeah.
Without my U-Haul, I was homeless.
Well, you were homeless with the U-Haul too.
Yeah, I was actually. That wasn't my home. You're so right. You're so right, Doc.
People use these euphemisms. Oh, we're living the van life. You're fucking homeless.
Yeah, dude.
You're
everyone's like, yeah, the van life's great. So I started finding all these van life spots.
Oh no, everyone's homeless.
Yeah, they're just
and drug
lost
addicts.
people
And drug addicts.
Yeah, lost people, man. And and I thought it was all right, but no.
Usually when that happens, they're getting enough money from their families to keep that shit going, and so their families are enabling them by giving them enough to keep the van going or whatever.
Yeah, I remember I blew through so much money, man. So sad.
Now you seemed ashamed of telling that story about the apparatus and all this stuff. Is that the whole story? Is there more?
That's pretty much the rock bottom. And then I finally got $8 to buy a phone charger.
You're missing. Usually people start to sell themselves for sex or start thinking about that or something. They start doing shit they're really ashamed of.
Because luckily I got a hold of my friend.
Okay.
And he goes, bro, I got your U-Haul. I'm taking all your stuff out because I had to return the U-Haul. It's been 2 months I've had it. And I only told him I was supposed to have it for 3 days.
You were really homeless.
Yeah. So U-Haul's calling me, hey, you got to return this now. So, and my friend had it. So luckily, he had the U-Haul guy's number. So he was talking with the U-Haul too.
Okay.
So he dropped it off up in Sacramento. My U-Haul returned it, took all my stuff out for me, put it in his Denali and drove the Denali back from Sacramento, picked me up in Santa Ana that day.
That's a good friend.
Well, he wasn't a friend. He was some crazy guy that was controlling me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, this is the part I was looking for.
Yeah. So he was controlling me.
Uh-oh.
Because we were going up to get his van so I can return the U-Haul and live in one of his vans that he supposedly was going to sell to me. So he ended up picking up his Denali, puts all my clothes and stuff in there. This is where it gets good. Puts all my clothes in there, comes, picks me up. We stopped by Santa Cruz, and I was like, dude, I just want to get home. Like, I ran out of my drugs. I just want to get home, you know? So he drove the whole way when I was freaking going through withdrawals.
Was he on meth or something himself?
No,
okay.
No, he wasn't. I never used with him once.
Okay.
So I don't know what he was on, but he thought there was a production film in him. He said he made up the movie The Fockers because all these guys are filming them, and he calls them Fockers, you Fockers. So he was mentally ill, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So we finally get back to Carl.
Was he manic? Like super, like talking fast? I guess he made bipolar disorder.
Yeah, he'd like freestyle rap and stuff.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I think he was manic. I knew he was mentally ill. And then I was like, fuck, what did I get myself into, you know? So I was like, just get me home. You know, he's stopping by all these houses. Like, we went to the hospital to see some lady that he knew. And then
oh my goodness,
we went to this other lady that he knew, and she had a huge mansion, and she ended up telling us, you guys got to go.
Oof.
So he was making his stops while trying to get me home. But I was so out of it. Like, I just wanted to fucking die at that time. Like, I felt like shit. And so we finally get home to Carlsbad, you know, that night because he parked his van in the parking lot in Carlsbad Village. So he kind of like said, here's the Denali. I'm going to sleep in my van. You can sleep in the Denali. And then when I wake up, his van was right next to his Denali. Of course, right? It's his car, you know.
Yeah.
But in my like messed up mind, I thought he was going to give me the Denali.
Okay.
Because at first he's like, no, you can have the van that I have in Carlsbad. Like, let me go get the Denali. You can have the van. So all of a sudden now I'm under his control now because I'm sleeping in his car.
Oh boy.
So we roll up to the beach at State Beach, and that's my local surf shop. And the guy was still fucking following me around, you know, like he thought I was his buddy.
Oof.
I was trying to get out of it. So I call up my friend Brandon Glade, and I go, Brandon, you got to come fucking save me right now. So he pulls up to the beach. He goes, Poopies, just throw all your shit into my truck, in the back of my truck. Don't even try to fold it or anything. Just get all your shit, put it in the back of my truck. And that's when I went into self-detox for 10 days.
For you. Did that guy follow you to any of that stuff, or?
Yeah, Brandon Glade.
No, the
other guy. Oh no, who knows where he's at right now? His name's Jesse James. Yeah, that's his real name, and he's very crazy. People think he's the Jesse James from the motorcycle show.
Right.
He thinks he is.
Oh boy.
Oh dude, he was like telling me, yeah, there's people filming us right now, and they upload it like and make a movie. I'm like, dude, this is gnarly, bro. This guy's crazy. I'm like, where are the filmers at? He goes, they're in the cars. You can see them? I go, no, dude, I don't see anyone filming us. Yeah, because they know, you know, we're looking at them. And then he'd be like, we were in Santa Cruz this one time, super crazy position I was in. And he starts yelling at everyone like, get out of the freaking scene. You guys are in the scene.
Oh my gosh.
And then he thought they're all actors in his movie.
I mean, he could be schizophrenic too. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
And these things are all treatable. It kills me that the people are allowed to ruin their lives and hurt themselves.
Yeah, it was so crazy. He thought there was a whole production filming him. He thought he was making movies.
Yeah, he'll end up homeless too. That's where that also goes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he lives in a van, you know,
well, there you
down
go.
by the river,
on his way.
Yeah, but yeah, so I knew I had to get out of that situation, you know. So I called my buddy. And I remember...
And think about it, if you hadn't been clear, I mean, detoxing, you might have just, who knows what.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? I probably would have fallen to his freaking movie trap.
Whatever. Maybe, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. And then he was like, you guys aren't getting your invoices today. Like, he was on a good one. But yeah, that was the last of it all. And then I went into self-detox, and then I got help from Steve-O, and now I'm 35 days sober.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks. Me too.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all as more delighted. You know him better than I do.
Yeah.
It's the real deal. It's the miracle.
Yeah, I feel so much better.
And,
I have like emotions now. And, like,
I see feelings. I see them. They flash. They come across you.
You can see my eyes watering.
Well, not just your eyes watering. I see the feelings in your eyes too.
Yeah,
and,
I was on a fucking bad one. They say
Yeah.
a good one, but it was a bad one.
No, it was a bad one.
Yeah.
And it had to be what it had to be.
Yeah.
And probably more nightmares will emerge. So you'll start thinking of other shit and going,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus. You know.
Yeah, for my viewers out there,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, but
Why?
because I don't think they knew I had a problem. Maybe some of them did, but some of them didn't, you know?
Well, like I
was
told you,
crazy.
when you're just putting the cartoon character up front, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be a person to them. And
Yeah,
they'll like you a lot
definitely.
more that way, trust me.
Yeah, I love you all, the subscribers. I love you guys. And yeah, the merch is out.
And I promise he's not going to change. Don't worry. It's just going to be Sean Poopies instead of just Poopies.
Sean Poopies McInerney. Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, life's getting better every day, man. I just want to follow the AA steps and work on myself and do what I got to do to
It's very simple.
get through this
Stay with the
journey.
winners. Keep it simple.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really glad you came on today.
Me too. I'm really
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad it's now and not before.
Yeah,
'Cause I would have been worried.
you would have left.
I probably would have left, but I would have been worried
You
for
would
you.
have definitely knew I was on something.
Yeah, that's
and
what happens to me. I sit around and go, oh man.
I know, and I would probably be in denial.
Well, and so it's gonna be like the dance that me and Steve used to do. It's like, dude, if you're ever interested, I can help. You know?
Right?
It's like-
Yeah. No, I'm so blessed to have you here for
pleasure.
sure.
Anytime, by the way.
Cool. Thank you so much. I think that wraps it up for me and Dr. Drew. Thank you so much,
Pleasure,
Doc.
man. Good to meet you.
Yeah,
Really
you
good to
too.
meet you.
Thank you, and
really meet you.
let's go surfing sometime.
Yeah,
Get you back in the water.
Yeah, I know. I need to get out there. I need to do it. You're right. Carlsbad's got some decent break
Yeah.
there too. So
Well, we can go surf.
we go to Newport.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. We'll take you to the wedge. No, I'm joking. I'm
Well,
just
that's the
joking.
kind of beach I guarded. Something like that
Wow,
break.
yeah,
like
the
that.
shore break in Laguna.
With a shore break with the
The wedge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what wave you're talking about. It's a little secret wave.
Mhm.
Yeah, we won't say it, but I'll be in trouble. But yeah, there's a little soft wave in Huntington Beach Pier.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
think
I've seen
we
that.
can get you on the soft top.
All right, fair enough. I don't like the soft ones. I like the.
You like those ones? Okay, let's get you on the soft top first, and then we'll go that way. No, but thank you so much,
All right,
Doc,
buddy.
and
Thanks.
we'll see you guys next time on the shittiest podcast ever. Love you all, and yeah, this is my story. Thank you.
Well, that about does it for this shitty episode. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever shitty way you're getting this. Until next time, push it real good. Dollar bill, y'all. Now get the fuck out of my house. The Shittiest Podcast is produced by the world's worst people. Tyler Nielsen, Ryan Tillotson, Frank Driscoll, and narrated by me, the narrator. Special thanks to the Straw Hut team.